The first sequence of the film shows the city, the community, with dull colors and a sense of authority lingering above at all moments. Stalker, while trying to smuggle the scientist and the writer, continuously escapes the patrolling police officers. It is constantly reminded to the audience that if it is not for the zone, outside of the walls are indeed terrible. In no part of the film, either in the zone or outside of it, we see a functional society, nor we see buildings and streets cleaned and occupied, but constructions collapsed and everything in pieces and rubbles. Indeed, the society is not functional, but can we connect this to the extraterrestrial presence in the zone? How large is the zone? By the lack of a description of a size, it can be speculated that the zone is not an area confined within walls raised by the authorities, but is the free lands of ungoverned potential. The only limit is the limits of mind. In the zone, the conscience becomes free and wandering, raising questions and continuously testing the soul. One becomes in the zone the active seeker of the truth, of the most fundamental questions that left humanity sleepless since time immemorial. The writer whose sole purpose was to impress women and to build himself a reputation becomes here miserable and lost. Not knowing what his true purpose is or his ultimate desire, he would seek from the room. When we turn walls inside out, outside of the zone, which is the interior of the walls, is the safe but an authoritarian porous from which there is no escape of the mind. The shift in the manners of the stalker, his sudden blooming when he arrives in the zone can be seen. This place provides him his liberation, the refreshing breath, and the unleashing of his mind. He becomes free and cheerful as a child. Stalker's lament in the end is prescribed by the last revelation for his character, his books. He, who was presented with little knowledge throughout the journey that made him appear as a miserable fraud with nothing to offer, at last is forgiven his true self. He turns out to be not anyone but that who seeks the ultimate desire of humanity, and for that he took a writer and a scientist to the zone. Neither managed to unearth a revelation of human nature. For that both failed to stand for their name. Those artists and scientists were supposed to seek fundamental concerns of humanity. This is the reason why he laments at the end, not for something personal, but for losing hope for humanity, and for the disgraceful inadequacy of those that were assigned to their titles for seeking such matters. He is a stalker, not because he smuggles people into an illegal place, but because he stalks in the forbidden corners of mind, because he takes on the brave journey with an honorable cause. All throughout the film, as we become growingly more suspicious of the extraterrestrial nature of the zone, and be inclined more to the possibility of all just being mere imaginations of the people traveling to the zone, we are given the final revelation that the zone and its effect and bizarre nature being, in fact, true. That moment, everything that the characters had been through slaps suddenly like concrete. It turns out the threat was indeed present and could have seized them at any moment, breaking them into pieces in the meat grinder, or taking them captive in the traps and mazes in their journey. They had been simply lucky. Even though the symbolic dimension would be set aside by this last revelation, it does not diminish the relevance of a philosophical debate. Instead, the emergence of the zone in the reality that humanity is accustomed to, having introducing itself to their lives, take these miserable entities into a reflective voyage. Maybe this is the most important thing about humanity. When they encounter something new, something that breaks their understanding of reality into pieces, they start to question the nature of their essence and what it means to be human.